Hey everyone, Jordan here from ThatCarLife, and today we're doing a very special video, something that I've been waiting so long to do, literally for years, to do to the S15, and I'm so excited. So some of you guys may or may not have noticed, but the S15 actually has hail damage all over the car. You can only really see it in like certain lighting or on certain angles. Like, I don't know, I'm pretty lucky that you can't really tell on most angles or in most lighting, but I guess I'm gonna try and move the camera around here. You can kind of see that, yeah, the bonnet's pretty much completely copped it there. I don't know if you can see on that angle, that light, the roof as well. I don't know if you can see the roof here. You can probably see a few here. Yeah, it's really hard to see on camera or in certain lighting. The bonnet's copped it, it's copped a bit all around the car. And it's had this hail damage for so long, like literally years. Like pretty much right after I bought the car, it copped it. And I never got around to fixing it. And it's been like literally years. So now we've finally gotten around to fixing it. And we're gonna be taking it to the best of the best Paintless Dent Removal PDR place, Action PDR, to get this thing sorted. And we're gonna film a bit of the process as well and show you guys what PDR actually consists of and all that stuff. So I'm excited to actually see it, to see what, you know, PDR can do, and also see the S15 get transformed and get this thing back to being a show car, because we're going to be taking this thing to a show and shine in November, the Tune Show and Shine. So I want to make sure this car's ready and dent free all around the car. So yeah, I'm very excited. But anyway, enough babbling, we'll head down to Action PDR. I'll introduce you guys to Julian, and yeah, we'll get started on transforming the S15 with Paintless Dent Removal. 15 oof. All right guys, so we've got the S15 down at Action PDR. Here it is over here, and we've got Julian here from Action PDR. Yeah, we're going to be doing a paintless dent removal job on the S15.
How's it going, guys?
How long have you been doing PDR for?
I've been in the game for about 5 years now.
What's your favorite thing about PDR?
My favorite thing about PDR is finishing the job.
Yeah? Seeing like the before and after and everything?
Oh yeah, definitely the before and after, but you know, it's a very complicated job sometimes, especially when you're doing hail, trying to find access into all these tight little spaces. Yeah. And you can put a lot of hours into any one car. I usually compare it to like bashing your head against the wall sometimes. So
yeah, I can imagine.
I really enjoy finishing off the car and having the customer be happy with the results, and
that's what we like. And the S15 is definitely in a very big need of some PDR because it is completely cooked. So
yeah, I've seen worse than this, but this is amongst, you know, one of the worst, or like pretty bad condition, where the insurance company will still warrant the repairs without actually writing off the car. Yeah. This job has a few complications to it, obviously, because the car has a sunroof on it. Also, it's a 20-year-old car, so you might have brittle clips and stuff like that. Just things tend to oxidize over the years. Also, the wing needs to come off the boot as well, so I can get full vision of it to fix it up properly. You
have like a special light, this one right here, and this light can see all the dents on the car that you can't even really see in normal lighting, right?
That's right. You can see all sorts, and sometimes you're seeing things that you really don't want to see because you can't hide anything under that light.
Yeah. So what kind of light is it?
Essentially, they're LED strips, which you could probably pick up from Bunnings for, I don't know, $100. I think that the magic is all in the filter that they put over the LED strip, because as soon as I would be to remove that filter, I wouldn't be able to see anything.
Damn. You can kind of see, I can definitely see it in person, but you can see like all the dents, even like a paint run, it looks like there too.
Yeah, see, that's something that you wouldn't pick up with the naked eye, especially when you're dealing with lighter color cars. Yeah. The detail of the paint you can't really see. If that was black, you would see it straight away. Yeah.
Let's see just how bad the dents are on this car, because it's a mixture of hail damage, but also door dings at the same time, so.
And generally speaking, some people won't fix up the door dings, they just focus on doing the hail, because that's what they're quoting for, but I like to make the customer happy and just clean up the whole car.
That's awesome. See all the dents.
From this side.
Oh, wow. You can see it straight away. Far out. Yeah, that's literally more than I thought, You can already see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see a few of them, but under this light.
When you start looking at these littler ones here, those are the ones that you're going to miss with your naked eye. It's just, you're going to see the big juicy ones. Yeah. And that's why it's sometimes trying to explain to somebody, unless you're looking under the light, it's hard to justify how much you want to charge somebody to do this sort of work.
Yeah, but so this light is pretty much a necessity, just to see every little blemish and...
100%. We don't have any eyes unless we're using this type of light.
Wow.
We wouldn't be able to do what we do. Otherwise, we'd be like panel beaters and just have to run our hands over it and say, oh, I think it's a bit high or it's a bit low. Because that's usually how they do their work. I'm not looking forward to doing this roof because I need to drop the sunroof out of it.
Yeah.
And also I can already see with these little coupes, they're always reinforced. The door panels are always reinforced, especially Nissans. I've worked on R32s before. They got massive reinforcements going through the door.
Oh yeah.
Because obviously they don't have pillars or anything like that.
Yeah.
Center pillars and stuff like that. So everything else needs to be reinforced to just make them nice and solid. So I'm not thinking that it's going to have any bracing in it because it's such a short roof.
Yeah.
But I can almost guarantee the way that the rear pillar is going up, there's no actual cant rail here. It just goes up straight into the roof, that this is all going to be reinforced and incredibly difficult to try and get tools into. It'll be worth it in the end. I'll be employing, between tools to access underneath and also glue pulling from the top to places that I can't get in. One way or another, it's going to get done.
Awesome.
I think the bonnet might be the juiciest of them, apart from the one on the edge of the roof.
I think the bonnet and roof have copped it the worst, but the bonnet I think has the most, maybe out of everything. Oh god. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see already. You can pretty much see a few dents there. Keen to see the work and everything like that, so the results. And I'm gonna come past as well and show you guys a bit of the process as well. I'm gonna watch Julian doing some PDR work. Yeah, very excited to show you guys the process and stuff so you can see exactly what PDR consists of. You guys will see the results and see whether or not, you know, it's worth doing it to your car.
Oh look, once upon a time the panel beaters, and this is only going back 20 odd years ago, they would sand down your paint. It's called an easy beat. So that's what they used to do once upon a time.
The easy beat.
And I would say that it would have cost probably $15,000 to $20,000 to do a hail damage car.
Far out. That's nuts.
Yeah, because they would have to take the entire paint off the car. They get the easy beat, which basically welds itself to the surface, and there's a slide hammer attached to it as well. They would pop the dents out, do a file finish on that, and then they would have to go over it with Nikki, and basically you would have to repaint the entire car. So it was a lot of money for panel beaters back in the day.
Yeah.
And obviously what we do, it's reduced the cost massively by like 4 times compared to what it used to be, and you get to keep the original paint on your car, which is always going to be the best paint that you ever have 100%. On your car.
Well, yeah, definitely a lot of benefits with PDR. The next shots you guys will see, getting the work started on this thing. Yeah, very excited, and yeah, let's get into it. All right guys, so we're back at Action PDR. We've got the Triple S Pulsar here, which is now running, which is hectic. So if you guys haven't checked it out, I'll link the video up here. We've got the Triple S back up and running and back on the road. But yeah, we're back here at Action PDR, and here's the S15. I was tripping out when I walked in, because I had no boot, and I've never seen this thing without a boot. But yeah, it's honestly pretty much in pieces now. We've got the boot off the car, the interior's got the headliner all taken out. Here's Julian over here. What are we working on next now?
Gonna take the hood off as well. So I'm just doing basically a full strip of the car.
Yeah.
At this point in time, and just get into working on everything. So just easier to get everything ready and just smash it out.
Awesome. No, I'm actually excited. You can already see like some of the dents on the bonnet. I think the bonnet's probably one of the worst parts of the car that's copped it with hail. Like it's honestly fully smashed. Like it's pretty bad. The roof's already been done, you said?
The roof has been done. Ended up working on that on Sunday.
Look at that. The roof is like completely straight. I haven't seen this roof with no dents in literally years. So seeing it with no dents has tripped me out.
They call that glassed, my friend.
And this, he said the paint pulled on this area because there was a bit of rust spot underneath there.
So yeah, I kind of called it before I even got started on it. There was just like this little rust snail trail that I could see forming under the paint.
Yeah.
And literally you can see that was the first spot that I pulled.
Yeah.
And it's right there on the edge of that rust snail there.
You can just see that, eh?
Yeah.
That's all good. Well, it's going to get resprayed. So if any of the paint pulls are just going to get it painted, so it's no big deal.
Courtesy of the insurance company.
That's right. Overall, very, very excited. The roof, I can't get over the progress on that already. You got the boot and stuff over here too, the boot and the spoiler. So these
come off so I can see whatever needs to be done on this boot here. You can see the roof lining is out completely out of the car because being a coupe, nice and easy. Usually you can't get the headlining out of car.
Awesome.
But because the doors are so wide on this thing,
it's just easy to take out, eh?
Yeah, easy to take out, and also just want it out of the way so no damage happens to that.
I'll give you a hand. We'll take the bonnet off. Where are we going to put it?
I've set up my table over there. I'm going to bring it around over here just so it's going to be easier to maneuver. I'm going to put it onto my my bonnet stand.
All right, sweet. So we just got the bonnet off, and seeing the S15 without a bonnet, it's just so trippy. Like, it looks like a proper like race car or something, like a full missile. But yeah, I've literally never seen this thing without the bonnet. So yeah, I'm just tripping out. We've just moved the bonnet over onto the bonnet stand, and this is where we're gonna start, yeah, sussing out the dents and start popping them out.
You'll probably see some nice shots of how these things get pushed up.
It's gonna be satisfying. Like, it's actually satisfying. I watch all these videos online of like people popping dents and pulling dents. Like, I'm actually keen. So always wipe it down to start.
Yeah, just get rid of that dust. Make sure you can accurately see the internal of all the dents, and just to make sure that you can see all the dents. When you got you know, dust on the panel, stuff like that, you can't even see it.
Yeah, like covers it up, eh?
Whatever you can see with your naked eye, like when you get the light underneath, like on top of it, you're always going to see at least twice as much. Now this is like half of the battle. He's trying to work out what is the right tool, the right length, the right tang on it, to pretty much get, just so I can get to the center of that dent.
And so many different tools, eh?
Dude, most of this stuff is for bonnets. When it comes to doors, probably get away with about 4 tools to do doors. You got like 2 short tools, 2 long tools. One's going to be blunt, one's going to be sharp. For the roof, you're basically just using a hail rod or 2, depending on how far you're going to be pushing. But then when it comes to bonnets, you want this one left and right. And then you want something that you can kind of bend, and then something else that's going can kind of
so
bend.
Much stuff.
So many different things like this. As well, and you can see it's got like the 45-degree kink on it, which makes it easier to access some spots.
Awesome.
Whale tails. This one here is just basically one of your wire tools, and it's just for going through holes and stuff like that. But you know, depending on how long the tang is, also how long the shaft is, it's going to make a difference to how much leverage that I can
Sweet.
get. You're accessing this part of the bonnet because there's like quite a gap there. And I need to use these 2 holes here. I kind of need to pick the right amount of tang that's going to give me the right leverage.
So what does that do?
This here, man, I use it for multiple things. I'll use it as a very precise hammer. When I want to just hit down like literally little individual grains of orange peel. And then I've got that as my stainless bit on the other side, which it's more of like a blending bit. I'll use that a lot on cant rails and stuff like that. You got all these highs and lows, like waviness in the panel.
It just smooths that out.
Even here, I can see a lot of waviness in the panel, which is not going to be picked up on the camera. And you can literally just go ahead and blend the panel and basically join the high spots into the low spots.
That's awesome.
It just makes for a really clean finish. Whatever I was seeing working on this angle here, working on another angle, I can see something different. I can see stuff that's been missed.
So it all depends on the angle with this.
It's a lot of moving the head around and just checking all the different angles. Because there's always something that you missed on another angle. But mainly when it comes to hail, you just like probably working in maybe like a 45 degree. No, sorry, like 180 degree. One down.
Well, that's the process, eh? So you got to do that per dent.
That's
pretty
much.
That's mad.
That's just over and over and over again until it's finished.
Because there was a really big one right there, and that's just like completely gone. That's hectic. I love that. That's mad.
Oh man, this is it's toiling work, but it's satisfying when it's finished. That's for sure. Depending on how badly damaged it is, I would say for this one you might be looking at about 3 to 4 hours.
That's still not too bad. All right. Well, I'll set up the time lapse, and we'll get to see the transformation of the rest of the bonnet.
This is what my teacher always taught me was the pinnacle of paintless dent repair. Fixing up the orange peel. He told me one day you will get so good that you will be able to fix up the orange peel. I didn't believe him until right now.
Now it's happening.
feels like it's double panel, but it's not double panel. That literally was a paint run.
Yeah, so that means the bonnet's obviously been sprayed at some point too.
You can tell by the fish eyes.
Yeah.
If you have a look at this is evidence of re-spray here.
Oh shit.
That's little bits of material that have gotten in during the paint process, and that will almost never happen
out of factory. Wow.
And even the inconsistencies here in the paint, you've got no orange peel up here.
Yeah.
And then it's like a bit of a dry spray over here.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen out of factory.
Damn.
They spend millions and probably billions of dollars getting their paint processes like uniform and perfect. And that's why spray painting is a hard job.
Yeah. Alright guys, so the bonnet is all done and all I can say is just wow. Like, look at the difference in the bonnet. Like, the bonnet was probably one of the worst parts of the car that had been hit with the hail, and it was honestly really noticeable. You could see just a million dents all over it. And have a look at this, guys. You just cannot even tell that this is the same bonnet. You can't see any dents whatsoever. Julian, you've done an amazing job on the bonnet, man. Like, this is next level.
These guys the secret behind it?
What's the secret?
We got a new bonnet, guys.
Yeah, this is all a camera trick. It's a new bonnet. This wasn't even PDR, nothing.
Nah, man, this thing came out super.
Better than expected, eh?
I'm particularly proud of myself in the negative panels.
Yeah.
Because you can't see anything in there, man. It's beautiful.
Far out. No, honestly, it looks immaculate. Like, literally looks brand new. So I'm over the moon, and yeah, I'm very excited. We're going to put the bonnet back on the car, and yeah, it's just going to be nuts seeing the bonnet on the car with no dents on it. It's been years since I've been able to see it like that. So seeing it with the bonnet and the roof now with no dents, I'm so excited, eh? Like, it's been years. So it's a big moment, guys. Really big moment. Oh my god. My reaction, bro.
Serious oof.
Oh, bro. Yeah, this is a massive oof. This is nuts, man. I can't believe I'm seeing it with no dents. Like, this is massive for me, eh? This is huge. Far out, man. It actually looks presentable. Like, you can actually look at the car and, you know, there's no dents all over it. But when I'm at a show and people are pointing at it, you know, I'm like, damn, are they looking at the hail damage or like admiring the car, you know? But you know, now that there's no dents, you know, on the roof, on the roof and the bonnet, you know, you can really get an idea on just how good the whole car's gonna look when it's completely dentless. This is huge, guys. Like, as you can see, bonnet is looking immaculate. Roof is looking immaculate as well. So I'll put in some clips here so you can see the bonnet and the roof. Before we dropped it off, or when we dropped it off, you can see all the dents. They were just so noticeable. And obviously now, look at the difference, guys.
Don't forget about the boot.
No dents whatsoever. Up next is the boot. So the boot's going to be tackled, and then you've got all the dents that are around the side of the car. So a mixture of hail and door dings over the years.
Show the people how many tools it took.
Oh yeah, so this is just for the bonnet, right?
Just
all these tools?
The bonnet, man. Just for the bonnet.
Look at that.
Just to find every little nook and cranny. I had to bend my tools to get into some corners.
Wow.
Curved tools, pointy tools, skinny bent tools, straight tools, thin tools, fat tools, you name it.
You don't realize like how much work it takes to really like get those out.
Yeah, I'm telling you, 75% of my toolkit is just for bonnets. No
the
joke,
bonnets are the
man.
hardest parts, eh?
They're just the hardest one. This is a good bonnet to get into, and it still took that many tools.
Wow.
Plenty of access. On a bad bonnet, I'll need another 50 tools to get in there on top of that. So.
That's crazy, yeah. You don't think about it, but it's true. It takes a lot.
Yeah, man. It's like just constantly trying to do calculations in your head of like how long you need, how much leverage you need, what sort of tang that you need. It's
nuts. But yeah, so now once the boot's taken care of, it's just the boot and obviously these little dents that are around the car, door dings, stuff like that, hail damage. All right, guys, so I'm going to leave this video here. In the next video, the next part that we're going to do on the S15, we're going to show you guys the rest of the PDR, the rest of the body. This thing's going to be one step closer. Well, this thing's already one step closer to, you know, being absolutely show spec and perfect again. So yeah, hope you guys have really enjoyed seeing the process so far, watching the PDR and the work that's been done, and hope you guys are just as keen as well to see the finished result and see the rest of the car get done, you know, with the PDR and the paint. Just been absolutely awesome to watch Julian, you know, in action at Action PDR, no pun intended. It's been really awesome just to see, you know, a master at their craft, you know, in action and watching a bonnet that I've seen dented for so many years just, you know, look like this brand new. So yeah, it's just been absolutely an absolute pleasure to, you know, watch Jullian in action. So I hope you guys feel the same way, you know, watching Jullian work and stuff too. So yeah, I hope you came for the next part where we, you know, clean up the rest of the car. We like the progress so far.
Mate, loved hanging out with you today and, you know, just going back and forth and getting you to see the process and doing the live video and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to the next one.
100%. Yeah, speaking of the live, we went live on TikTok. So if you guys want to see behind the scenes of stuff that we're doing on the channel, I'll link the TikTok right here. So yeah, I go live here and there showing you behind the scenes. So yeah, everyone on TikTok live saw this stuff, you know, I guess a week before you're seeing it on YouTube.
Make sure you like and subscribe. ThatCarLife, Action PDR.
100%. I'll link all the stuff for Action PDR here and in the description as well. So if you guys want to support the channel, you can also check out the ThatCarLife site. I'll link it here in the description. You can pick up some apparel and car parts that we're selling as well. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time on ThatCarLife. Yeah.